All right, so we are still talking about the Solita's House Champ loan. And I just wanted to hit on some quick talking points. The first one is low down payment, so you only need 1%. The second one is you've got to be 80. Oh, shoot. Okay, we already celebrating. The second one is you got to be 80% AMI or below, or if you're buying in a low income census tract, which could be anywhere and everywhere. It's your income has to be at 185% or lower. So it allows for more individuals to qualify. You can buy 1 to 4 units, a condo, a single family house, and the mid credit score has to be a 640. Did I cover it all?
You got it.
All right. So now that we have that, we said we were going to talk about that this champ loan also comes with down payment assistance. I will tell you, anytime I talk about down payment assistance, this is where I get all the shares and all the likes and all that other kind of stuff. So if you are watching this on social media, please like and share and keep sharing this. I believe that knowledge is power. And then if you are in class and you're listening to this, I hope you are taking lots of notes. So, Anthony, let's get into the type of down payment assistance programs that are used with CHAMP. So these down payment assistance programs that we're talking about can only be used with the CHAMP loan. Am I correct in saying that?
Um, so just understand, like the CHAMP program uses a lot of down payment assistance programs. And the down payment assistance that we have that's available to CHAMP is coming from the relationship with CHAMP. I don't know if that makes sense if I said
Well,
that right.
well, my question is that when we get ready to talk about these specific down payment assistance programs, can somebody go to another lender and say, I want.
No.
Oh, that's where I'm coming. That's where I'm
Yeah.
coming from. So, all right.
Yeah.
So let's just get into it. So tell me about the first one.
Well, are we talking about maybe City Dare and
No,
CRA, or
we're
we're talking
talking
about
about just
Federal
the
Home
ones
Loan
that
Bank?
go with Champ. Now, come on now. You're gonna give everything away up front. We need
Yeah.
cliffhangers.
Yeah.
So
Federal Home Loan Bank.
Federal Home Loan Bank.
Yeah.
Sometimes you will see just the letters FHLB, Federal Home Loan Bank, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so tell me about the first one, the first time home buyers assistance.
Okay. So this is for anybody that isn't like the qualifying profession or background. So then you're considered like a first time home buyer.
Okay,
So that money is up to $17,500.
okay,
And that's for a household income of 80% and below.
okay. But what
So
about if you buy in a census tract?
no.
No.
So
So
that's
this
the
one,
CHAMP guideline or the census tract. But Federal Home Loan Bank doesn't have that overlay.
gotcha. So the first time home buyer assistance program is up to 17,500. It can be used for down payment, closing costs. Oh, we're going to talk about principal reduction. But it is for an individual that is 80% AMI or below. Correct? Okay.
Yes, that's correct.
Now this is not boring. I don't know why I'm gonna just say that you're breathing because you're a little old, but because this is not boring information. Thank you very much. Okay, so first time home buyer, because this is a question that I get a lot. I have a house, I sold it, but so I'm not a first time home buyer. And I always have to tell them there's that 3-year definition. But aren't there programs where as long as you're purchasing at the time of purchase, you're not an owner, you could qualify?
Yeah, the state of Florida has a program like that.
Okay. But don't give it away. Don't give it away. I just wanted you to answer yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the first time home buyers assistance. And I'm going to tell you, words matter. Words matter because you can say, oh, I want the first time homebuyer assistance program, and you might be talking about the city of Tampa's program, or you might be talking about Home Sweet Home. So words matter. This particular program is with Champ, and it is the first time homebuyer assistance program with Champ. 17,500. You've got to be 80% AMI. The definition is it the, give me the definition, Anthony, for this particular program as a first-time home buyer.
Same,
Same.
that you cannot have owned a property within the last 3 years.
Within the last 3 years. And it says, okay, what else is required?
Um, you've got to use the champ loan, and that's pretty much it. It's pretty cut and dry.
Okay. Okay. And then do you have to pay this money back? Is it as soon as I sign and close on the house, it's my money? I don't, no strings attached. Do I have
Okay,
to live
so
in the house a certain period of time?
this money is kind of different. It's not a loan, but it is a 0% zero payment product. So this is going to be as a lien for 50 years. So it's going to be there silently, just waiting. And then when you move, you have to pay that money back. It's not forgiven ever.
It's not forgiven.
No.
But if you think about it, if you don't have the cash up front to purchase a house, this gives you the opportunity to do that
Yes.
with
Yes.
no payment, no interest rate. So if in 15 years you decide to sell, you're going to
Yes.
sell and you got to pay back the 17,500 or however much that you used.
Yes.
Still not a bad deal.
No, not at all.
Okay, so now let's move to the second down payment assistance program with the Champ Loan. And that is the Community Partners Program. Is that it?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay,
That'll
so
work.
tell me about that.
Well, that's where I was saying earlier about the qualified profession. And so I think it could be deemed as a community partner. So if you're a teacher, if you're a first responder, military, or in the medical field, I believe those are the qualified professions.
Okay,
Instead of doing 17.5, you get $20,000.
I get 20.
20, yes.
Okay, what about the income? My AMI.
Same thing, 80% or below.
80% or below. What about if I live in if I'm buying in a low census tract? That's not one of the layers? Not one of the layers. Okay, no
No.
problem. Um, so let me tell you what happened. I had a dear friend of mine that passed away, and he was in the hospital. And he was like an uncle to me. I don't know if you remember Vernon, my mechanic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. So when
I
I
didn't
went to
know Vernon
yeah,
passed.
yeah, he was sick. But
Oh,
I went to the hospital to see him. And I happened to be talking to his daughter, and we were talking about like what I do, da, da, da. And so the nurse that was there was like, "Oh, do you do the first time home program?" And I said, "Yes." So I gave her my business card, and she's like, "I'm in the process of buying a house, but I didn't know that I could qualify for down payment assistance." I said, "Absolutely." Am I boring you?
no, not at all. This is,
So, Anthony, by the time I left the hospital room, I think I had passed my card out to like 10 nurses. Another nurse just kept coming in and coming in.
right.
Hey, I heard you the lady that do. Oh, hey, I heard you the lady that. Oh, I'm trying. So, this particular program would work great for them, right?
Yes. Hmm.
Because it allows for the $20,000 of down payment assistance. So, okay, so I'm going to do a call to action. If you are a nurse or if you're in the healthcare. So, Anthony, when you say healthcare, it's not just nurses. Could it be like CNA?
Yeah.
Could it be someone that works at a doctor's office?
Yes.
So that opens up the market for a lot of people that could qualify for this program. So here's a call to action. If you are a healthcare provider or if you work in the healthcare field and you want us to do some type of workshop or educational, or you want a flyer about this, let us know. We will be more than happy to do a workshop, a seminar at your staff meetings, or if you want to, give it to HR so that they can share it. It costs nothing for information. So again, same thing for, you said first responders. So first responders are my police, my sheriff, my fire department. What else?
People that are ambulance drivers and what do you call us, techs or the people in the ambulance?
Yeah. EMT.
Yeah, that person.
EMT.
Yeah.
And then my military, veterans and military, right? So this is
Yes.
amazing. So $20,000. So you can still do the champ loan, 1%, 640 credit score, no PMI. You have to be at 80% or below AMI, and then you can get the $20,000 if you fall as one of those eligible occupations. And if you don't fall as an eligible occupation, then you can get the 17,005.
Yeah.
And the beautiful part about this is that you don't have to keep rewinding this video. If you sign up for housing counseling, we help you through all that. Like we walk you through all that. We will decide and figure out what ingredients and recipes ingredients do you need to make that house at the end, right?
Right.
Okay. So we talked about two programs. Is there another one?
No, those are the two.
Okay.
So in
Okay.
reference to our content that we're talking about, relevant. Yeah.
So now let me move into, because we talked about other down payment assistance. And so bigger picture, you get a mortgage, you get the champ loan, you're at 80% AMI. So you get this amazing mortgage, right? Then you can use, let's say I'm a teacher. So I can use the $20,000, correct? Look at all this excitement I got going on while you over there yawning. Maybe you need to move around so you can see balloons or something, because
How do you do that? How do you,
I don't know, but you must, yeah, your Zoom, you got to update the Zoom or something. Okay, so back to what we were talking about. So you're 80% AMI, you're a school teacher. You can apply for the champ loan, you can get the $20,000, correct?
yes.
But then can I apply for other down payment assistance programs?
Yeah. I mean, Solita's house has its own down payment assistance product called DPAL.
Okay, tell me about it.
So this is a down payment assistance loan. And I think it's important that people understand the terms because I think you said earlier words matter. And so people don't always understand that there's the money that they're getting if it's a grant, because most people think grant immediately, and it's not. The Federal Home Loan Bank is what's called a soft second. So a soft second means like it's just going to sit there and you're not going to make any payments on it. So then you've got down payment programs that are, excuse me, that are forgivable, right? So they are forgiven after a certain number of years. Then you have down payment assistance loans, right? So these you pay back, right? So you're paying this money back right away on a DPAL. So your DPAL is money that we can give you for down payment assistance and at any income level, at any income level.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so hold on, wait a minute. Let me recap a little bit. So we kind of have like three sections. We've got individuals that are 80% AMI or below. They can do the champ loan and they can do the $20,000 if they're a qualifying occupation, or they can do the 17,005 if they're just under 80% AMI. Correct?
Yes.
All right. Then we have those individuals that may not be, maybe over 80% AMI, but they're buying in a low to moderate income census tract, and they can still use the champ loan.
Yes.
All right. And when they use that champ loan, they could use the DPAL as well, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay, that's amazing. And then we have those individuals that are one of the eligible occupant uh, employments, right? Or
A
profession
profession. Hmm.
professions. So, and they can do the champ loan. If they're under 80%, they'll receive the $20,000 in down payment assistance. And then they can couple that with any other down payment assistance that's available and that they could qualify for.
Yes.
Okay. So sometimes it can get confusing. And what Anthony says, and I will always say this, is that words matter. And it's how you present the information that you want, that you're requesting. What you say and what I heard could be two totally different things. And so it is super important that you're always as specific and as detailed as you can be when you're asking and inquiring about certain programs. So we've talked a lot about a lot of the things that we do here at Solita's house. Why choose the champ loan? Besides the down payment assistance that's available, why choose the champ?
Here's my thought behind that. One of the strongest components of that is that it has no PMI. And one of the other strong components of that is that your all your stuff could be under one roof if Champ is your loan. So Solita's House Housing Counseling, Solita's House Down Payment Assistance, Solita's House partnership with the City of Tampa. So all this stuff could be all up in one location. You're not. It's everything that can talk to each other. So it's all those ingredients work well together. The
Yeah,
flavor.
I definitely agree. We're almost like a one-stop shop for those individuals that are in need of that support. And we're here to advocate and ensure that you're not leaving any money on the table and that we create a plan that we can all follow. Right? This is not about you have to use us. We, in home buyer education class, we definitely talk about you being the boss, but we want you to be an educated boss so that the choices and the decisions that you're making because you are well equipped with the knowledge behind why you made that decision. Right? So knowing that you can use a champ loan, but you can also use the City of Tampa's down payment assistance. You can use the CRA down payment assistance. Anthony, can they use the champ loan in other counties?
Yes. There's like 8 counties that can use the champ loan.
Okay.
So
So
don't ask me to name them all because I
uh,
can't. But
that's
there's like 8 counties.
well, you know what? Maybe we'll just post them.
Yes.
Once we, we'll post them. So y'all should see something that pops up that says what the counties are so that you know. Now, someone that is interested in doing the champ loan, what would you recommend? How do they start? Where do they start? What's the first step?
Yeah, I'd start with home buyer education. Um, that's the first step for everything usually. But if you believe you're ready, just reach out to me. You can always reach me direct on my cell. I'm a strong texter, so I can get you a link to apply if you believe you're ready. But I always encourage homebuyer education as that first step.
Now, let me ask this because sometimes when people are applying, the process becomes frustrating. It seems like you asking for everything and my firstborn. Or how much information do I give you? So, what are some common mistakes or some common hiccups or barriers that you see with individuals making application?
Really not having their documents together and not being properly prepped. Like some people have, they don't have real landlords. They've got regular people, landlords, and that can make a difference. Then the other thing is what's on the credit report. Like you could have a credit score of 640, but you could still have open collections on the credit report. So that's another thing that is there. Um, Employment isn't stable. So that we see that, especially with the people who want to qualify as with using any self-employed income. So that's a doozy also.
Okay. Now, what about those side gigs and things of that nature?
Yeah, that's the unstable employment. Sometimes with the side hustles or whatnot, you're going to need 2 years of consistency. Lenders like patterns. They like to see things in patterns. So their pattern threshold is usually 2 years. That's the appetite that they have.
Okay.
So if you're self-employed, 2 years. If you, hey, I want to use overtime to qualify, have you been getting it 2 years? So it's 2 years.
Okay. So if we do a quick example and we'll have the marketing person put this example up as we're speaking, but let's kind of do a quick math example. And I hope you have your calculator because I don't, because I already like to add, I don't like to subtract. So
Okay.
if we did a purchase price of $250,000 and $250,000, that's kind of low here in Tampa.
Yeah.
So could we increase that purchase price, let's say to 350?
Okay.
Okay. So the purchase price is 350.
Mm-hmm.
The client is 80% AMI, and the client is a school teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they're applying for CHAMP
Mm-hmm.
and they want to use the $20,000 of down payment assistance.
Okay.
So let's say that they're contributing their 1%, or let's say that they just contribute $2,500. Is that cool? No? Okay, well then tell me how much they contributing.
Because it's 1%.
So what is the 1%?
It's if you said the purchase price was 350,000.
Correct.
So that's 3,500.
3,500. Okay, so they gonna contribute 3,500. Um, then they're gonna use the Federal Home Loan Bank DPA, and it's the 20,000 because they're under 80% and they are a school teacher, correct?
Yeah,
Okay. Now, can the seller do like a seller contribution?
absolutely.
So let's say, is there a percentage or is there like
Yes.
sweet spot for that?
So if the purchase price was 350, the max seller contribution would be 3%, which is 10,500.
Okay. So then that leaves us with how much?
Oh, so if you got 350 minus the 3,500, your money, minus the $20,000,
Did you
minus
hear?
the 10,500. So I did everything. So 316,
316?
316, yes,
316 leaves us. So now if we're buying in Tampa and we're buying in a CRA area, they could also use those two down payment assistance, correct? And
correct,
that would be a total of $100,000.
correct.
So do we subtract that now?
Yeah, so
And now we're where?
216,
We're at 216, $216,000. And that's what the mortgage would be per se.
yes.
And are you swift enough to tell me what kind of mortgage payment that might be?
So if we had 216 and today's interest
It
rate,
don't matter what it is. I know it's lower than the people's rent. So give it to me.
so just principal and interest is 1,300.
1,300.
Yeah, just principal and interest. So if you were going to add another $700 to that, so you could be looking at $2,000.
$2,000 for
Yes,
a much bigger house than what you're paying in rent right now at somebody's apartment.
correct.
So Now you're going to have to rewind this video and watch it a couple of times and take notes. For those that are in class, you should be on page number 7 of your notes. And if you're not in class, write this down, www.solitashouse.org. Sign up for a class, take it now. The steps: you sign up for a class, you attend housing counseling to get your 4 C's in order. At the same time, while we're doing that, as you get those together, you can start to have conversations with Anthony. If you are under 80% AMI, if you are one of those qualifying professions, or if you're buying in a census, in a low income census tract, or if you just want to have a conversation about what's available. That's the beautiful part about Solita's House is we kind of do everything. Even if you don't use Champ and you go with another lender, we still prepare you to go to the other lender because we have other lenders that we work with that lots of clients are closing with. This is just one option. Education is the key. Education is the key. All right. All right, Anthony, do you have anything else to tell the good people?
Stay tuned. And I can't express it enough to stay ready because there's always exciting programs that peak out to see if there's any people that can use them. And so they get gobbled up really quick. So I can't express that enough to for you to stay ready and to keep your housing counselor accountable, because that's really, really important for you to get your goal met. Don't just sit back and wait for the things to just come to you. Just be a make it happen kind of person.
Yeah.
Get your questions answered. So don't be shy. Closed mouths don't eat, is what I heard.
Now listen, you said things peak. Something peaking. So let's go back to that example that we gave. The mortgage loan amount was 216, right?
Yes.
If that school teacher that's doing the champ loan, getting all this money, was relocated from a public housing unit, whether it was North, and this is Tampa, because we gonna go viral. We about to go viral. But if you were relocated from a Tampa housing development, whether it was North Boulevard Homes, Bethune High Rise, Robles Park, I think Central Park is in that as well. You could qualify for an additional $100,000 of down payment assistance. So that 216 mortgage is now at 116. What's the mortgage on that? Much lower. Why you do the math? So why,
$704.
how much
704.
for a
So
house
yeah,
that
so
actually cost $350,000?
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Where is I don't see my things popping up now. My
Oh.
balloons and stuff ain't coming up now.
Yeah, I
So
don't know why
again,
that.
we say you gotta get ready. Right now, we're trying to find those families so that we can do an informational meeting. I'm super excited about the program, and I want to see people purchase their homes using all this down payment assistance. So, again, like us on every social media. We on Facebook, Instagram, and we on the TikTok. So check us out on those. We have a YouTube channel with lots of videos, lots of helpful videos. Anthony does an Ask the Lender series. We have a Welcome Home series that you can watch. Past individuals go through this and purchase a home, and they talk about their experience, and you get to meet everybody that was on their team to help them purchase that house. We are located at 1029 East Hillsborough Avenue. Our hours are 9 to 5 p.m. We are available to do housing counseling, whether it's virtual or in person, 7 days a week. We are available 7 days a week. If you are one of those special professions, please, 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 please reach out to us. But nonetheless, Anthony, thank you for this information. If you are in class, you should be on page 9 and you should be jumping up and so excited. And if you're not in class, you didn't miss out. You still have the opportunity to sign up for a class. You can reach us too. We have a chat. We have a live chat on our website. So you can go to our website in the bottom right-hand corner. There's a chat button there. And from 9 to 5, we answer those questions live. What else? What else did I leave out? I don't think I left anything else out. All right. Well, then there you have it. Thank you. We're going to chop all this up and do what it do and go back to work. Bye, y'all.